Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Dilip Kumar. Today in this video, let's talk about very useful medicinal uses about this Parthenium plant. This name is Parthenium Hysterophorus is the scientific name, and it belongs to the family of Asteraceae. And the decoction of this Parthenium plant has been used in traditional medicine to treat fever, diarrhea, neurologic disorders, urinary tract infections, dysentery, malaria, and ethnobotanically it is used by some tribes as a remedy for inflammation, eczema, skin rashes, herbs, rheumatic pain, cold, heart trouble, and gynecological ailments. Parthenin is the major constituent of this plant, has got anti-cancer properties and cytotoxic properties against T cell leukemia. This flower extract of this weed can be used for developing drug for diabetes mellitus. Allelopathy can be used to increase crop production at minimal expenses and to diminish and the current reliance on synthetic agronomicals that degrade the environmental quality. The allelochemicals can be exploited as herbicides, insecticides, nematicides, fungicides, and growth regulator. This plant is a rich source of NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and and also it is a very good source of chlorophyll content, is ideally suited for composting. So, if tapped properly, this weed can be contribute to agronomic process. Removal of this plant also can remove heavy metals and dye from environment like cresol, methylene blue, cadmium, and nickel. Eradication of aquatic weeds can be used to this plant is used to extract remove, eradicate aquatic weeds. This plant extract is used, and also substrate for commercial enzyme production, additives in cattle manure for biogas production. This is also called as carrot grass, bitter weed, star weed, white pop, the scourge of India, and some people also call it as Congress grass. This Parthenium, Parthenin, hymen, and absorbin are found to be culprits behind menacing role of this weed in provoking health hazards. Parthenium affecting this Parthenium plant affecting food and fodder crops, since the pollen and dust of this weed elicit allergic contact dermatitis in humans. Persons exposed to this plant for prolonged period manifest the symptoms of skin inflammation, eczema, asthma, allergic rhinitis, hay fever, black spots, burning, and blisters around eyes. This Parthenium plant also causes diarrhea, severe popular erythematitis, eruptions, breathlessness, and choking. The milk and meat quality of cattle, buffalo, and sheep deteriorate on consumption of this weed. This weed has been reported to serve as a reservoir plant of scarab beetle, a pest of sunflower. That means it will reduce a lot of pest in sunflower, because this plant absorbs those pests. These weeds rapidly invade new surroundings, often replace the indigenous species, and pose a serious threat to biodiversity in India. Even in our garden, within a rapid time of within a short time you can see complete you know overgrowing this plant. And also eradication of this Hysterophorus by plant by burning chemical herbicides, eucalyptus oil, and biological control by leaf feeding beetle, stem galling moth, stem boring weevil, fungi have been carried out with variable degrees of success. Several physical and chemical methods used in the past to eliminate this weed have proved ineffective, expensive, and not so eco friendly. We will show you, we will take you to eucalyptus plantation where this plant has not grown, that we will talk. Eucalyptus, this eucalyptus is a native of Australia, is a known allelopathic tree that exerts its toxicity through leachates and volatile terpenes on adjoining vegetation or agriculture crops. Cassia, Sericea and marigold has the ability to overgrow this Parthenium plant in northeast India. This weed is a valuable source of potash, oxalic acids and high quality protein which can be used in animal feed. And this single plant can be it contains the flowers, these are the seeds. It contains the seeds in about like capsule kind of thing. Each plant consists of about 10 to 15,000 seeds. This single plant consists about 10 to 15,000 seeds. That's how it overgrows growth. Please come, we will show eucalyptus plantation where this weed will not grow, because it exerts some kind of volatile terpenes there, because of that it will not grow. And even since our childhood I was observing, uh, because some kind of oil eucalyptus leaves emits, because of that it will not grow. And since in our school days, one of our school teacher told us why it's called as Congress grass or Congress plant in India. In our local area we call it as, because a person, a British officer who lived in India even post independence, he observed this plant like growing and invading other species. Then he was removing, he was doing agriculture, that officer was doing agriculture, and he was keep on removing this weed even though it was overgrowing. So that's how he named by saying this plant. Even Congress people in pre-independence India, they were uncontrollable. That's how this that fellow, that British fellow who named this plant as Congress weed, because of its again and again regrowing. And this is the eucalyptus plantation we are in now. See, you can observe this plant will not grow, it has not grown actually here in this plantation. And this Parthenium plant you can find almost in every area, like developing residential layouts, roadsides, on railway tracks, in school campuses, in disturbed areas, in almost all areas you can find this plant. And I will tell you one more thing, actually this is very good source of very good source of what you call nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus and calcium, magnesium. And even once actually I removed this weed and I didn't burn, I just put in a pit where I supposed to plant banana tree after about 3 to 4 months, and I planted that banana tree has given very good yield actually. That is how we used, instead of burning, if you burn this plant again its soil becomes too alkaline. That is why the residue of this burning residue of this plant, it will make too alkaline. So, it is not suitable for growing other agriculture crops. Because of that, making compost is the best solution out of this plant. And also in India actually, this is a basically a Mexican native of Mexico, and during 1954 India imported lot of uh, what you say wheat. So, that is how it this weed came along with the wheat, and in India it spread over a short period of time, it spread all over India. Now, this plant is growing almost Asia, Africa, almost Australia, and many other regions it is growing. That is how in many regions it is considered as invasive plant, and also this is the seventh one of the 7 world's most devastating weeds in the world. Thank you so much for watching our video, and if you like the video, like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.